Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today we are going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to share one of Stampin' Up's scrapbooking kits. And actually, I'm going to show you some card ideas featuring this kit. So I'll show you the scrapbook pages that I made, but I'll actually walk you through some of the card ideas because as I was creating the scrapbook pages, I was able to create just a bunch of different cards using some of the leftover scraps. So when I cut up all the paper and made the layouts, I had some little scrap pieces of paper and I thought, wow, that would be really cute to make some cards. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Now, the neat thing about this kit is it comes with either the full kit so that you can make 6 pages or three 2-page layouts, or you can just get the designer paper and the sticker sheet and just create cards or whatever you want to do with it. If you want to design your own scrapbook pages or however you want to use it. So you can get it as a full workshop kit, or you can get it just as designer paper and sticker sheets. So I did provide the links in the description with this video so that you can go check that out. But these are the cards that I'm going to walk you through today. And they just turned out really cute. I like autumn themed stuff, autumn themed anything. So these cards turned out really cute. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. So let's dive into these cards. Let's see if I can pull us up here. There we go. So these are the cards that I created with the leftover supplies from the scrapbooking kit. So if you haven't seen this scrapbook kit, it's called Autumn to Remember, and you can create 6 different pages. So they're 2-page layouts. So there's 3 different 2-page layouts, and it just has some really pretty pattern paper in it. The stickers are really fun to play with and create cards. And so that's what I want to share with you today. But before I share the card ideas, I do want to share what the scrapbook pages look like. So let's set these cards to the side for a moment. And this is one of the layouts. So I don't know if I'll be able to get them all on the screen at the same time, but it's a 2-page layout. So let's see here. You can kind of see them together, but I'll show them to you one at a time. So I just love these scrapbook kits because I'm not a scrapbooker. As you guys know, I'm a card maker. I did do a little bit of scrapbooking when I first started Stampin' Up, but these kits are just fabulous. The instructions are great. You just cut all the paper. They have full color photos to help you, design your pages, and you can really decorate them any way you want. So this is the first set of pages. And then here is the second one. So let me show you these. You can kind of see them. I'll do them one at a time. So here's the third page. So it's just really cute, really fun little designs. And then these two go together, so the 2 pink ones. And then here is the last spread, which has just a bunch of different places to put, your pictures. So I am creating these scrapbook pages for my grandchildren. So I'm doing a set for each of them. And so that's why I decided I would get the scrapbook workshop kits so that I could put together these pages. And then I plan to give these albums away for Christmas. So just a thought for you if you're not a big scrapbooker, but you do have grandkids or your own kids, it just makes a really fun little project to capture their memories. And it also makes a great gift. So that's what I plan to do with them. And like I said, these pages are so easy to put together. All right, so those are the pages, but let's focus on the cards. So these are the cards that I'm going to put together featuring just the leftover scrap pieces. So one of the things about putting these pages together is that I ended up with these little 1/2 inch strips of designer paper. So even if you don't have this kit, if you have a lot of little strips of designer paper, this is just a fun little way to create a card. So I just cut these at all different sizes, just kind of trimmed them down a little bit, but I kind of started with a piece in the middle. And that was kind of my focal point so that I knew how to arrange all the other pieces. So I'm going to show you that, and I'll tell you the size of all the pieces as we go. So this first one is 4 by 1. So, well, 1 by 4, 4 by 1. It's 4 inches by 1. And so this one I actually just put right in the center. So these, again, are just leftover pieces that I had from putting together those pages. And so that kind of became my focal point here so that I could add these additional little scrap pieces. So this is a great way to use up your scraps, and you can add any little focal point you want. So this piece is just 4.5 inches long. It's a 1/2 inch wide. And so basically I just kind of, angled them and created just, I guess just a little background with a mishmash of pieces, I guess you would call it. But it was a fun way to use up these scrap pieces. So this is a 4 inch long piece. So we'll just add this on here. And you just kind of lay them across there and just create a little background. And then this piece, let's see what this one is. This one's 4 1/4. And you don't have to have them for the exact same size that I'm making them. Whatever you have, just kind of play around with it. So we'll put that one right about there. And then this last one is just 3.5 inches long. So they're all a 1/2 inch wide. All right, so let's put that on here like that. Oh, let's scoot it over a little bit. So that's basically what the background looks like. And then one of the neat things about this particular kit, so let me grab this stuff here, is you get this big sticker sheet. So there's lots of stickers in here for you to, do your scrapbooking, but there's also some extra stickers. So I used some of the extra stickers to create the cards. So the little owl came from the sticker sheet. So the little owl that I'm using there. And I think I showed you guys this trick last time, but basically you can just use an embossing buddy and remove the stickiness from the sticker, because I don't want to stick this down flat. I want my card to have, a little bit of dimension. So you can just go and kind of blot the embossing buddy across the sticker, and you get a bunch of lint on there, but that's okay. Nobody will see it. It'll be attached to the card. So let's get all the stickiness off of there. You get the stickiness off to put dimensionals on. That's basically what I'm doing. So now that I have that stickiness off, I can add some dimensionals here just to pop this up and give my card a little bit of depth and dimension. So this little guy is going to go right here. But there is another sticker in here. Let's see if I can find it. It says, "You are amazing." So I just took that off of there and I put that right on the bottom here. So before we add our little owl, we're going to add this. This one I left as a sticker. And then we'll just add our owl. So isn't he cute? I just thought this was a cute little card. Thank you. Thank you, Dolores. Oh, let's get the fuzz off of here. Got a little fuzz overhanging. All right, so we'll add this right on top, and then you just have a cute little card. Now, the other thing about this kit is that you get a bunch of little, these are like foam pieces. They actually look like wood, but they're foam. And so you can use these to decorate, you know, obviously your scrapbook pages, but you can also use these little pieces to decorate your cards. So I have some little hearts here that I'm pulling out of this sheet. And let's add these to the card. So you can add these with glue or you can add them with glue dots. I probably should have done the glue dots, but we're going to do glue. And we'll just add a little bit. I have a new glue bottle, so now the glue's coming out really fast. All right, there's that. And then we'll add this little one down on the bottom. I got too much glue on there. All right, so that is how you create a really cute little card with the stickers and with this pattern paper. So if you're just joining me, you can get the full kit for scrapbooking and then just use the leftover scraps to create some cards. I actually have 6 cards I think I created. Or you can just get the designer paper and the sticker sheets or just the designer paper. So it's really up to you. All right, so that is the first card that I want to show you. Let's see, where's my other ones here? Let's do this one. So here is another one. And this one actually uses one of the pieces from the kit. So this is just one of the die cut pieces. It was supposed to be for project number 2, but I decided to keep it off of there and decorate it a different way, my scrapbook page, because I wanted to use this to create a card. So I have a bunch of different scraps. These are all scrap pieces that were left over from putting together the scrapbook kit. So the first piece that I have is 2 by 5 inches. So that's this piece. This is the design on the back. So this is just 2 by 5. And even if you don't have this kit, you guys can use these layouts with any supplies that you have. So it's a great way to use your pattern paper, and you can create any little focal point here. All right, so that goes on first, and then we have a 1 by 4 1/4 inch piece of another scrap. And I think this is called, I think this paper is called Sweet Days of Autumn, or Sweet, I think so, something like that. So it's really pretty paper for autumn themed cards. And then the last piece of paper that I layered on here is 3.5. So it's 1.5 by 3.5. That's what this piece is. 1.5 by 3.5. And this one just goes right here. Oh, a little bit too much glue. So that's the basic layout, and now you can add whatever focal point you want. So I'm just going to use this piece. So notice how the piece tells you what project it goes with. So that's really neat about the scrapbook kits. And of course I had to be a rebel and not put it with project 2. I had to save this piece so that I could use it for card making. All right, we'll put this one on there. And then to get the greeting, you can use any stamp set you want to create your greetings, but I just decided to use these little stickers since I had a bunch of them. And I'm gonna pop this up. I'm gonna pop up one side. So I'm only gonna take the stickiness off of one side. So let me grab some smaller dimensionals maybe. Or we'll create our own small dimensionals. I just have to find a scissors. Okay, let's see. See if I can cut this small enough here. I'll cut right there. All right, so I will add this to that side. So part of this greeting is going to hang off of the card, off of the focal point, and the other part is going to be on it. So the part that hangs off is the part I put the dimensional on. And we'll just pop this up right about there. Okay. And then you can add some twine and some, I actually am using some old embellishments, some little gold pearls that I use to decorate mine. But you can add some linen thread or whatever else you want to just kind of dress this up. But that was the basic layout for this particular card. All right. So yes, this is the Autumn to, what is it called? Autumn to Remember Scrapbooking Kit. That's where I got all these from. All right, so this next one, this is what the next one looks like. So for this one, I just cut a bunch of different pieces here. So actually, let's start with this white piece. So this white piece is just a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece of white cardstock. And I had a bunch of little scrap pieces that I wanted to use up. So the little tree images here are 1 3/4 by 2. So these are 1 3/4 by 2. So those I put up there. And then these other pieces are 1 3/4 by 2.5. So those are just going to go like this. So that's how I put that together. So let's go ahead and add these. So I like to play around with my scraps and use them up right away, which is why I ended up creating a bunch of cards with the scraps from this kit. So, because if I don't use up my scraps right away, then I end up putting them in a drawer and not using them. So, so it's better to use them right away. And if you saw the drawer I have with scraps, well, we won't talk about that. Okay, so we'll add that. And then we'll add this. So these pieces weren't exactly long enough. See, there's quite a gap in between here. But you can easily fix that with your focal point. So what I did is I took this sticker that's in here that says enjoying the last days of summer. So I took this little sticker off the sheet. And the first thing I did was lay this in the center as best as I could, get it in the center. And then I cut a piece of scrap paper at 3 3/4 by 1.5 inches wide. And this I just put right across the center just to kind of cover up the words. So we'll add that. So it just kind of gives a nice little background, you know, kind of like a nice little frame around the designer paper. And it was a great way to use up that sticker. So I'll put that on there. And then I have a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch piece of early espresso cardstock. So I just wanted a little bit of early espresso cardstock matted behind this white piece. So that just kind of draws out, you know, kind of makes it pop, draws out some of the color. And then I just added it to a little white card base. So I pretty much use white card bases, I think, for all of these. And we'll add that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so there's that. And then I just finished decorating it with, let's see, I have a sticker here that says give thanks. So you can just use the sticker and add that right off the side. And then you can add any of these little elements. So let's see, which ones did I use? I used this one, I believe, that one, and I think I used this one. Yep. So we'll just add those. So this one I just put right here, kind of lined up the bottom of this leaf or tree. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm using it as a leaf, but it's a tree. But hey, it works. And then this one I popped up because I kind of wanted to overlap these two. So this one I just kind of popped up so that I could overlap it a little bit. And then you can just add any embellishments that you want to decorate up the card. So isn't that cute? Just a fun way to use up your scrap papers. All right, and then the fourth card is this Autumn Days card. So I had this very large, I should take it out of here, piece in here that I wanted to figure out a way to use this in card making. So let's get this out. And the nice thing about these is they're really flat. So if you're worried about these being too thick for mailing, they're not. Well, if I can get it out of here. There we go. So you can see they're really thin. They're very thin pieces. So it works perfect for card making or scrapbooking. All right, so for this one, I used a variety of different pieces, scrap pieces and stickers and all kinds of stuff. So the first thing I did is just emboss a piece of white cardstock. So this is, I forgot the name of it. I think it's called the Timber 3D embossing folder. It's the wood grained one. That was helpful, right? It's the wood grained one. Somebody knows what this is called. Okay, so this is going to go just in the background here. So I'll put this on my white card base. So this is just a 4 by 5¼ inch piece that I embossed with that wood grain embossing folder. So you can kind of see that. And then I created the focal point with a bunch of different scraps. So I have a 3 by 4 inch piece of early espresso cardstock. And then this is a 7/8 by 3 3/4, right? Yep, 7/8. So it's just under 1. And then the other piece I have is a 1½ by 3 5/8 piece of this. And so that's what the background will look like. So let's add this first. And then I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I learned as I was putting together these scrapbook pages. Show you another little trick for creating this little banner here. So I got to find my scissors. So basically, to create the banner, you can create, in the scrapbook kit, they called it a dovetail. So basically just kind of fold this in half. Don't crease it, but just kind of fold it in half. See how I'm leaving it rounded? And line up the 2 points. And then take your scissors and cut from this side to the 2 points. So you're cutting from here to here, and it creates a perfect little banner every time. So I just thought that was a really fun and simple way, you know, to create this little banner. All right, so we're going to put this in here. Maybe if I can get my glue to work. So we'll add this on here. And then these other pieces are just stickers. So I have this little sticker right here. So we'll add this one, and we'll just put this one right over here on that side. And then there's another little sticker that has these little trees on it. So we'll just take that one off, and we'll put that up at top, and we will overlap it. So when I add these little banners, I kind of overlap the V of the banner on this other banner, on the edge of this other banner. Same thing I did here. I just overlapped this banner onto the side of this green one. It just kind of gives it a really neat look. So, all right, so we'll add this to our card front. And hopefully I put that in the correct spot. We'll see. All right, yeah, it's a fun tip. It makes it so much easier to, create a little banner instead of trying to cut up the center and then cut from side to side. It's just a nice way to create a banner. And in the kit, they called it a dovetail. So you dovetail the edges there, or the bottom. All right, I'm just going to rub this glue on. And then this one is going to go right about, let's see, where did I put it? Right about there. And we'll glue that on there. And then you have a really cute autumn themed card. So that's what the finished card looks like with the little embellishments. And then there's lots of extra scrap pieces of pattern paper that you can, use to decorate the inside of the cards too. I haven't done that yet, but I will. All right, let's see if I can get these on the screen for you guys so you can see the cards, these 4 cards that I created. My screen's a little bit bigger. There's that. Hopefully you can see these. And this one. And then I created a couple other cards with this. I used up some of those little foam or wood kind of embellishments and just, again, more scrap paper. This time I just used a greeting from one of my stamp sets just to add a greeting to this card. But it's a very simple card, a fun way to use up the scraps. And then this one, I again used scraps kind of like I did here. I started with a 5-inch long piece, and then I added shorter and shorter ones as I went along. So this is a 5, the gray piece is a 5-inch long, and these are, I believe, 4.5, and then 4.25, and then 4. So just kind of put them along to create a background, and then I used those little wood pieces from the kit just to add the greeting. But you could, again, you can use any of these layouts with any supplies that you have on hand. So, all right, so let's see if I can pop back on. I should probably scoot over so you guys can see me. All right, so there you go. So those are the card ideas, just a fun way to use the kit. Like I said, if you guys haven't used this kit, what's going on here? It's not quite working the way I wanted it to. But anyways, if you guys haven't used this kit or haven't tried out the scrapbooking kits, definitely give them a try. They are fun kits to play with. If you're not really into scrapbooking, but you do like the paper that I used and the sticker sheets, and you want to create cards using the paper and stickers, Stampin' Up! Does offer that option as well, where you can just use the paper and stickers. You don't have to get the full kit. So I did link to the kit and to just the paper and sticker sheet in the description with this video, so you can go check it out. And you can see all the different patterns that are in this particular designer series paper pack. So I will get these cards out on the blog for you guys and all the measurements and everything. If you miss them, you can always rewatch the video, but I will have the measurements out on my blog as well, so that you'll be able to recreate these cards or maybe just use your own supplies to create some really fun card layouts. All right, you guys, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed these card ideas, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week, and I will see you guys again next week. So take care, everybody.